There are 4 million Indians living in the US right now. Most of these people are living in Seattle area. These Indians work for big tech companies like Google, Amazon, and Apple. And Indians are always among the highest earning group of people in the US. However, one video which started circulating yesterday has shed light on the extreme level of racism, ignorance, and police brutality against non-white people in the US. 23-year-old Jhanvi was killed by a cop car on January 23, 2023. After the accident, a police officer was caught on a police cam video making fun of the accident and putting a price on Jhanvi life. Let's watch the video.
Went up on the hood, hit the windshield, then when he hit the brakes, flew off the car. But she is dead. No, it's a regular person. Yeah. Yeah, just write a check. Just $11,000. She was 26 anyway. She had limited value.
This video raises a lot of questions, not only on the safety of immigrants, but also how police treats non-white people in the US. I sat down with Mukta to discuss this serious problem which is prevalent in the US currently. I am Ankur and you are listening to The News Park. Thank you so much, Mukta, for joining today.
Thank you.
So, Mukta, we are talking about a video about Jhanvi from Seattle. First of all, we saw the video. What are your initial thoughts about that video?
Well, it was a very sad video, honestly. I was so disheartened. I mean, it's not just an insult for Jhanvi, but also for her mother, for all the Indian students out there, and for every international student studying in the United States. It's just disheartening.
Right. So tell us about Jhanvi. We know that this incident happened in Seattle, but where is she from? What about her background?
Yeah, so Jhanvi is a 23-year-old girl. She came to the United States to study, to do her master's program. She was doing master's in information technology in Seattle. And she is from the southern state of India, Andhra Pradesh.
So how did this accident happen? Like, what led to this video?
Yeah, so this is a very recent incident. Like, it happened in January of this year.
January 2023, 23rd January.
Yes, absolutely. It's making news now, by the way. But yeah, so she was on a crosswalk and she was hit by the police car. Yeah, and she died because of the injuries sustained.
She died on 23rd, but what happened after the accident?
Yeah, so at that time also, like, there was a lot of protest from the Indian students, and Indian students were scared, but it didn't make such a big news that time, you know, in comparison to what it is now, because now there has been a video that is circulating over the internet,
yeah, we saw that video,
on social media platforms, where a Seattle cop, is laughing over the video. Right? So we just saw that video. I mean, and he's making fun of Jhanvi.
He's putting a price on her life.
He's putting a price on her life, and he's saying that, you know, she was just too young, so she was not worth it.
She's worth $11,000.
Yeah, to be specific. So that's what he said. I mean, it's utterly shameful what he said. And obviously that basically is led to a lot of anguish among students out there in the United States.
So this incident happened in Seattle. Seattle is generally considered a very diverse city to live in. There are different people from all around the world who are living there. Can you tell us about the composition of the city?
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, Seattle is multicultural. So around 69.5% of the people are white, and 13.8% of the people are Asians. So which includes Indian, Pakistanis, Chinese, Filipinos, and other ethnicities as well. Then around 7.9% of the people are Black.
Okay.
Yeah. Some percentage are Hispanic, and then we have other ethnicities. So you see how diverse Seattle is.
Okay, Mukta, so Jhanvi was an international student, and there are many international students who come to US for their education. How much do these international students contribute to the US economy?
Oh, you will be shocked with the figures actually. So, international students contribute around $33.8 billion to the US economy.
That's a huge amount.
Absolutely, absolutely huge. And they make around 335,000 jobs annually.
Wow, that's a big number. And it seems like these immigrant students are extremely important for US economy.
Yes. So, like for every 3 international students, 1 job is created in the United States.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's in different sectors like telecommunications, transportation, insurance, health, all kinds of sectors.
Has any action been taken against the officer after this video became viral?
Yeah, so the Indian government has raised many questions to the US authorities. And the ambassador, have asked Seattle government to give a reply. So the Seattle authorities did reply. They described this incident as horrific, shocking, and they said that an investigation is underway, and soon they'll be out with some accountability.
Okay.
So we are yet to see what their response is.
The officer in question, the officer who was in the video, has any comment came from him? Has he came out with a statement?
Yeah, so actually, there were many searches going on, whether what did he say on this? Like, he got arrested or what's going on, right? So he did come up with a statement. So he said that he was having a conversation with another person, and they were making basically doing a mockery of lawyers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they were talking about how a lawyer would argue against Jhanvi's case and how they're after saving their fees and all.
So he's essentially saying that he was imitating what would a lawyer would have said if he was arguing against Jhanvi's case.
Yeah, so these were the statements that he would say, and that's so he basically said that yes, it appears insensitive, but these are not my words. It's not coming from my heart. So these are all the statements that he made.
Okay, you're a lawyer. Would you say that it's a nice defense mechanism, or there might be some truth in that? What do you think?
Well, even his side seems justified, like whatever he's saying is making sense. Yeah, but I feel like we need to have the full clip then. So if
it's weird, right? Only if that's the case, only a part of the script has been released.
Why just a part? So yeah, maybe so we need to see the full clip in order to know whether it's actually a mockery of lawyers or if it is the truth. This is what he's saying. Yeah, so I think it depends on further investigation. We'll just have to wait for the results.
Okay. So Mukta, we discussed that there are large number of people who immigrate to the US. They study here, they work here, and they contribute a huge amount of money to the US economy. I'm assuming they have the same safety rights in the US as any US citizen. Is that correct?
Yeah, absolutely. So any international student studying or working in the United States has the same safety and security rights as any American citizen. So not just safety and security rights, but the employment rights as well.
Right? Minimum wage, proper working conditions, protection against harassment.
Yeah, absolutely. So the same rights. There is no restriction at all. In terms like what your work status, visa status is in the United States. And apart from that, I can also say that there are always international students offices in the university campus.
So if there's any complaint that they want to file, if they need any help,
you can always go to the advisor, ask for that help. There's no hesitation in asking anything about any legal matter, visa matter or cultural issues, bullying, anything, any kind of incident. You can openly discuss that.
Got it. Makes sense. So, but this video has put a light on, how police sometimes or might be treating people of color.
Absolutely. So I wanted to know actually, because this video has been out for more than 24 hours now. And there has been many comments on it. Right? So what do you think about these comments?
Right, I was going through comments on different platforms, and as you said, that video has been circulating for a while now. I've noticed that there are, of course, people who are angered, who are disgusted, who are frustrated about the comments that this officer has made. They because US is a land of immigrants, right? So
Yes.
there are people who identify with that.
Yeah, and not just Indian students. I guess there are other nationalities also who are scared.
Right, and they are shocked that this officer, if that's true what he's saying, if he meant it, that he's trying to put a price on someone's life.
Yeah.
Right, and saying that, oh, she's just 26
and
years old.
just lightly discussing this conversation as if it's not a big thing.
Exactly. So, but again, on a shocking side, there are people who are coming in defense of this police officer.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I read comments where people are saying that police do like so much good work, and if someone is frustrated about something, and if he makes a joke about something, that's not a big deal. So I did read these comments as well, which is kind of sad, which is kind of disheartening that people in this day and age where people are fighting for equality.
The gravity of the situation.
Right.
I mean, just put the things that happen in your shoes, and then maybe you will realize the impact.
Exactly. So, but yeah, that's there's an ongoing debate. It's been circulating in media houses in India. It's been kind of a breaking news there, and there are media channels now picking it up in the US as well, about discussing about what should be done. Like they want more investigation, they want the truth to come out. Thank you so much, Mugdha, for your time for discussing this issue, and I hope our viewers, have something to think about.
Thank you so much for having me, and I hope we get to hear something further on this investigation.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
This video brings out a sad reality in the Western world, where the color of your skin is more important than your achievements. This is not the first time that such a video has come out. There are countless examples where police brutality can be seen against people of color. George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, and Stephen Clark are just some examples of this brutality. I'm pretty sure for a few days, this video will be circulated, there will be debates, and there will be demand for action. But when will status quo change? How will status quo change? When will everyone get equal respect, equal opportunity, and equal worth for their lives? That's something to think about. Thank you for listening. See you next time.